Hello, everybody. Hi, Stream Queens Con 2 audience. Mwah. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Dear. Let's play What You Fear. But today, we're here to talk about fighting games. It's flawless victory here at Stream Queens Con 2. And so, basically, this is a panel happening right now, right here, live. And we're going to highlight the ways that fighting game genres have impacted our lives, impacted our queerness, inspired our drag, and more and more and more and more. So, without further ado, let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, boom. Here are our beautiful cast members for the evening. Hi, cast members! Woo!
Hey.
Hello. Choose your fighter, y'all. Let me know which one's your favorite.
Oh, should we? Let's all go like. Wait.
Oh yeah, here's my pose.
I'm doing Nina Williamson Tekken 2. I don't know if you can clap.
Yay! I love fighting games, and I gotta say, all of y'all were like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, talking fighting games, please, please, let's do it, please, like, will you have me? Like, I feel like everyone was throwing themselves at me to talk about, like, foaming at the mouth for fighting games. I have loved fighting games since I was a child, so this is a dream come true to put together. We've got an hour to talk about fighting games. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be lit. First, let's just get acquainted with each other. I introduced myself, so let's go down the line. Right next to me here is Aphasia Speaks. Tell us who you are, what you do, and give us a favorite character and series from a fighting game. Go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Phaedra Speaks, the bitch that just won't shut up. I run the Speakeasy here on Twitch.tv, a cute little place you can have some cozy time, maybe some cursed, horny, chaotic content, whatever. And I'm a black drag artist, digital content creator. Hi, support me. And my favorite fighting game series is Mortal Kombat, because that's like the first fighting game like I ever played. It's holds a special place in my heart. But my favorite fighting game character, is probably Ling Xiao Yu from Tekken. I stan her. I'll get into her later, but she's like my favorite character. Absolutely, she's so fucking cute. So like, yes, hi.
Amazing, amazing. We're gonna go right down the line. Aurora Rize, hi, of Shady Gaming. Lovely to have you, looking beautiful. Tell us, same question, if you remember.
Okay, hi, I'm Aurora Rize, like she said, part of Shady Gaming. The main host being Lucy McGee, who's in the peanut gallery over here.
Hi, Lucy.
My favorite fighting game series, I would have to say, is just Tekken in general. And by proxy, Pokken Tournament, because I'm a huge Pokemon nerd and it crosses those two together.
Yes.
But my favorite fighting game character would have to be my main in the Tekken series, which is Lily, the French girl with the blonde A-cut bangs.
Oh, Lily is fierce.
Yes, Lucy and Shady Gaming's Aphasia literally watched me go through so many people in Tekken 7, and they were just like, how have you not lost?
It's all those flips, it's all those kicks. Boom.
Yep.
It's the boots for me. Honestly.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Fierce.
Are those the Chanel boots?
Are they?
Yes, they are.
I think they are, yeah.
No, they're channel boots.
Not the channel.
Oh, yeah, the knockoff version.
King of Blood on the real ones.
Go ahead, Bitch Puddin'. Tell us about you and your fighting game favorite.
Of course. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Bitch Pudding here on Twitch. BIQTCHPUDDIN. I stream Sissy Fighter Mondays, which is the LGBTQ game fighting night every Monday here on Twitch. Come on by. It's a good time. We do casuals until the wee hours of the morning. My drag, 1000% inspired by fucking fighting games. It would not be here, would not be donning a wig, would not be wearing a Finish Him shirt, honey, if it wasn't for that. My favorite franchise is Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. Street Fighter 5 just got its last DLC character. There's 45 characters. I don't know why half of them are blonde, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. There's a new Street Fighter, and it's flipping awesome. I love streaming it. Love playing it, and my favorite character of all time, it's gonna be hard. I'll list out my mains in a couple games. Street Fighter 4, my main is Crimson Viper. Bring her back for Street Fighter 6 Capcom.
Yes, please.
I need the mother from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I need that fantasy. Astaroth is my main in Soul Calibur. Asuka Kazama is my main in Tekken. Street Fighter V, I main Vega, gay rights. And I think one of the coolest characters that kind of like, at least let me know that I was queer was Valdo in Soul Calibur. He's not my favorite to play, but baby, that COD piece got me thinking.
Oh, absolutely, Valdo. Period.
Yeah.
Thank you, bitch puddin'. Ms. Ladasha, hey, tell us about you and your faves.
Hey y'all, I'm Ms. Ladasha. I'm a member of Team Stream Queens, obviously. I grew up playing a lot of Mortal Kombat and Marvel fighting games. My favorite characters have to be Sindel, and I relate to her because I'm loud. Hair. Hello.
And you're also a queen.
Exactly.
True.
But yeah, I definitely love the Mortal Kombat series. I love the Marvel series.
Go. I
played
mute my
some
mic, so you're good. You can like bang mine.
Bitch, you are not muted.
You are not
but
muted.
we love
Oh
your
God,
voice.
wait.
We love your voice.
Properly. Oh God, you know what? It's fine. We got food at the door. So it's okay.
You are feeding. You're feeding us.
I'm feeding the children. Yeah.
What are we eating tonight?
Fat burger. That's what we're eating right now.
Delicious.
Live.
Love
And then
that.
another favorite of mine has to obviously be Katana because the body is bright and the backflips and
Oh.
the fans.
Absolutely. Everything. How about you, Throna Shade? Throna Shade is here with a
Hello.
custom Street Fighter background. Love that detail.
Thank you. I thought about it myself.
That's me in the back, in the pink dress.
right there.
Cute.
So hello, I'm Throna Shade. I've been on Stream Queen for like 2 years now, streaming just about that long. My favorite character ever, top notch, is Chun-Li. I was actually top 500 Chun-Li's in Northern America on Street Fighter 4 for a while. It was fantastic. It was my claim to fame. I'm a
An icon
Katana
legend.
main on Mortal Kombat and Tyra main on Soul Calibur. But definitely my favorite all-time game is Street Fighter 4, 100% Chun-Li all the way.
Love that.
Good.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have y'all. I'll just say mine real quick. I'm dressed as Poison. Poison is queer rights. If you don't know Poison already, absolutely
Trans
love
right.
her. And I also love Morrigan, and I love who else do I love? Melina. Melina, 100%. My favorite is Mortal Kombat and Melina. It's my absolute favorite thing. It changed my life as a child, and absolutely 100%. Melina, Poison. Yeah, boom. That's me. Anyway,
You literally didn't buy the game until Melina was dropped.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
even touch it, and I wouldn't touch it. I refuse to touch it without Melina. Melina is my everything. So, Throna, you touched on this a little bit. I want to know: are we casual fighting game fans, or are we like competitive? Are we in there being like, I'm the best, I need to get the golds, I want to be at a tournament? Throna, you left on a sort of a page like that, so tell us, are you
Yeah,
competitive or casual?
I was competitive. So like when I did the top 500 Chun-Li's in Northern America, that was just the online part. But I did go to a few tournaments, like Street Fighter tournaments. It was in Edmonton, Alberta, and I competed in them. So I did take them quite seriously.
That's
And then I brushed
amazing.
up on some Street Fighter today, and I got 6 wins in a row with Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love.
But you be playing Ed too, right? You think he's
I
sexy?
do. Bitch got me into that one.
That is cute. Who else? And you can feel free to be like, oh, me, my turn. Casual, competitive. How do we feel?
I'm definitely casual.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Casual.
casual.
I'm gonna
like-
say I'm casual as well.
I'm like in like between, so like I'm really casual, but like super competitive with like friends, and so
There, yes.
like I just want to be the best of my friend group, and then I'm happy. And then like Street
all
Fighter
your friends
4,
cry.
I got Street Fighter 4, and then my best friend was like, I don't know, I'm never like big Street Fighter person, and then they revealed Viper and Sakura. And them and their sister were like, "Oh, we're playing this game now." So they got it, and so they were practicing, and I was a Cammy main in Street Fighter 4, and we would just like play for hours, just like rotating, like passing the sticks back and forth, and it just like we got better and better and better. Then we had more friends who played, and then we had some friends online that played Street Fighter, and my one friend, he's stupid good, so I was like, now I gotta beat this asshole over here. So, but then like, I don't think I could put myself out into like a competitive sense in the game, because I don't spend all those hours in the lab perfecting and get all the frames down, things like that. It's like, I just want to know, I want to read my friends and what they do, and then I'm good to go. So I'm like in between.
Right.
I don't know.
You're in between. You move between the two of them. Well, I'm going to move this question to Bitch Puddin. Casual or competitive? And I know what you're gonna say, but I want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Well, I started casually. Actually, the very first game I played, my uncle had that demo disc on PlayStation 1, and it was the Tekken 2 was on there, and we played the crap out of that demo with only Lei Long and Jun Kazama being the playable characters, and we played that for like 3 days straight, and my uncle was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go buy the game. So we unlocked all the characters and all that. So it started as a casual thing, and honestly, fighting games were a huge coping mechanism for me. When I was bullied in high school, I was a military brat. I moved around all over the country constantly, like every year. And I would like go home after being bullied, being a young queer person, just trying to make friends, and would go home and play Street Fighter. And a lot of some of the bullies kind of looked like Zangief and Vega, so I would like how beat them up as like these hot women and kind of get my revenge in the game. But I do love playing competitively. I kind of got into the FGC at the start of Street Fighter 4. There's a local GameStop near me, and that's how I kind of delved into all of that. And yeah, it was honestly the first time in my life, until I did drag, I didn't have many guy friends. I would always have like girls that were friends. It was hard for me to like bond with men. Just because, I was queer. But that was like one community that was like always open and care that I was like more sissy or whatever. They just treated me like a human being. And that's kind of like how I got friends in high school out of the debate team, like other than being on the debate team, it was just really cool playing in a competitive scene and kind of getting my roots started there.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, because it's like all that matters are the punches and the kicks. And the winner and the loser, it doesn't matter what you do or who you are, because you have that commonality.
I could lose 1,000 times in a row, and I want to play again, because that's why, like, for me, fighting games is just like it's like two people going at it. But I never take it personally if I lose 1,000 times over. I might like cuss at you a little bit, but
Right.
I honestly can kill. I can go like 100 loses.
Your friend Tiger Zoid makes me want to quit.
Not the call out, not the competitive call out.
And I said their name too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think you said about the punches and the kicks and winning and losing, but it's also about the outfits. Let's be completely real here.
Oh.
If I don't look cute kicking someone's ass, I don't care.
It's all about the drip.
It's all about.
I'm like, I will spend money on DLC costumes if they look cute. Like in Street Fighter 5, Monat, like her little like mummy outfit.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh bitch, hold on, I gotta buy her and this outfit now. Okay, work. Thank you. Take my money, Capcom.
Yeah,
like you
another
don't
reason why I would
already.
main Lily was because Lily's outfits always look cute. Xiao Yu always has really cute outfits. Anna Williams, you cannot touch her.
Oh, Anna.
She invented the bob.
She really did.
Bob,
Anna Williams really invented the bob.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
So good.
I have another question that I feel like Bitch touched upon a little bit. So, thank you, Bitch. I feel like some of you can shed a little bit of light on it. So, like, what do you think it is about fighting games that queer people flock to? Anyone?
I feel like it's kind of like what Bitch said. It goes with, like, for me at least, on my terms, I used it for the same thing, because like I was made fun of in school because I was different. I sounded different, I looked different, I walked different. So I would go home, I would load up my Marvel game, I would load up my Mortal Kombat game, and I would beat the hell out of whoever was going against me, and I would like imagine it to be like the bullies. So like I completely agree. That's what I used it for. And I feel like that's what maybe a lot of queer people will do, because it'll get their frustration out
Mm-hmm.
in a sense of not taking the violent way, but getting their anger out, doing that in a fighting game. And the outfits, like we said. Hello.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The fashion.
The
Yeah,
fashion.
that was pretty much the same thing that I would do, because being the middle child out of 3 kids that were assigned male at birth, I was the sissy, so obviously my brothers were making fun of me all the time, and a bunch of family members were, and when playing the fighting games, they would often give me crap for picking the girl character, but then I would shut them up by kicking their ass with the girl character, and then they try to tell me, "Oh, you can't use her anymore because you're too good with her."
She's
so
off
then
limits.
switch to another girl character and kick their ass, and they
Mhm.
would ban her, and then all of a sudden I pull out Li Chao Lan, and there's like, and then they just rage quit, and I'm like, bye.
Bye-bye.
Period.
That's what you get. Don't test me.
Talk
Anyone
shit, you
else?
hit, you know?
Anyone else want to
Um,
share
yes,
like
smashed
what is it about fighting games that like draw like, because it's not just a few of us, it's so many of us that love
Yeah.
fighting games. They
I-
speak to
I-
us. Oh,
I
Aphasia
think
speaks.
it's like Aphasia should speak. I think like for me, it's the whole like, because it's if you're watching a fighting game and if you don't know like what the mechanics are, you're like, this is wild, this is crazy. It's like a beautiful like chaotic violent dance of sorts, and like the background musics for the levels and like the abilities that these people have, and like, you know, they have like the crazy supers and the finisher. Mama, that is drag. The fighting games are drag. Fighting games
Yeah.
are so incredibly gay, and like I don't care what you say. Sure, like the women character is always hot in an outfit, but also you have these dudes over here like 8-packs, like giant bar titties, like thick asses, thick thighs. Like I was watching. I was when Cody came out for Street Fighter 5, and I was like, look at those thighs, bitch! Like,
Oh, Cody got the glow up.
I was
Yeah,
like,
they made Cody
hello.
trade. They definitely made Cody trade in that one. They
Mhm.
really did what the kids
Bitch,
were
They
doing.
really did.
I was like, not him having these thunder thighs over here. I would put my head and just crush it like a watermelon girl.
Baby, I'm ready.
I already had a crush on Cody, but now I want him to crush me. But like, that's beside the point. It's just like, it's so incredibly queer, and like you, even though, you know, it's like very like masculine feeling, just like to fight people and like bloodshed or whatever, but like it's also it's fierce, and it's like they're doing all these flips and all these dives and, you know, these crazy moves, and it's just like that was attracted like me to it. It's like, because my first fighting game ever was Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Genesis,
Same.
and I played Raiden, and I would just like teleport and like zoom across the stage and just like do that over, because the only 2 moves that I knew, and I would always win, and to the point where like, I couldn't play with my dad anymore because he almost like hit me because I was beating his ass too much. But that's a whole different story. But like that, like it's just like the whole like pomp and circumstance of a fighting game. It's like so over the top and like a beautiful, chaotic, violent dance, and that's what I like about it.
Absolutely.
Very that. Like,
Absolutely.
Like I would always see the way specifically Xiao Yu would move and be like, these are some kind of almost voguish dance moves.
Yes,
And
with the little
then
butterfly
when they
stance
brought
to the
in,
ground.
When they brought in Christy Montero for Tekken 4, that was my first exposure to capoeira, because I didn't play Tekken 3, so I didn't see Eddie Gordo.
Yep.
But
Oh.
then Christy comes in, and I see that she's legitimately dancing while also fighting, and I'm just like, mama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
In a thong bikini, too.
Boobs out, like no support, just straps, just across her breasts. Amazing. I love that. I feel like that's sort of, so the flamboyance that all of you were touching upon, like the way that they move, the way that they dress, the way that like there's like, it's got the mask energy, but then they're half naked and they're on top of each other. So I feel like it just there's so much queerness there, and I feel like it's the perfect.
They're on top of
I
each
mean,
other.
let's just really quick, not too much, but take a look at Bitch Puddin's shirt, just real quick. It says "Finish him," and I don't know if you can tell, but there's people there doing something you wouldn't normally know.
They're fighting.
So I feel like that leads into the next question. Do you feel like fighting games have inspired your drag? Like I'm cosplaying as the character, but do you feel like you've drawn from fighting games and characters and stories and incorporated it into your art in ways? Anyone at all?
In ways, especially in terms of attitude and the way they carry themselves with certain ones. The first person that comes to mind is like everything revolves around Tekken for me. The way that Anna Williams carries herself into battle, just being the most sexual, sensual being ever. And even when she's bitch slapping you, she's being like, "Oh yes."
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then when
she's
she
like
wins,
doming
she's
you.
sitting there
Yeah.
being like, "Oh, you can't take me."
Uh-huh.
Shoot me, mom. Shoot me. I deserve it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think for me, like, yes, it's like once again like the attitude of it all, but like it's like the way that these characters like are like their mugs are beat. They have like Sindel always beat for the gods, okay? Ivy in Soul Calibur. I strive to have the body and the confidence that Ivy has every day, walking out there in these heels and this like unitard, and said, "Oh yeah, my tits are out, but guess what? This sword's gonna bite you in your ass first. So like, what's it gonna be?" And it's just like the whole like badassery, just like the feel, and just like I want to emulate this energy, you know. And it's like I would love to just like throw a fan and cut some dude's head off and he's being an asshole, but like that's beside the point. So.
Fun fact: Meg Thee Stallion's body was written about Ivy in Soul Calibur.
Oh
No way.
That makes sense.
No, I'm joking.
I believe you.
I was gonna say, shut up. That
I
makes
was
so much
literally like,
sense.
whoa, wow. Ivy's body is everything.
I would believe it because like she did the whole like Melina cosplay and she had
Oh, she
the
loves
streaming
anime,
thing.
girl. She definitely knows Ivy.
Yes.
She was thinking about Ivy when she wrote that song, let's be honest.
Mhm.
I know, I was full on like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I can
Ivy
see
got
it.
that body count.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to know. We've been talking about a lot of different games here so far. A lot of Tekken, a lot of Mortal Kombat, a lot of Street Fighter, and so there is a difference between those three that keep coming up. So do we prefer 2D or 3D? And I want to go to Throna Shade for this because I feel like I know what you're gonna say, based on what I see you play and your background. But I want to know what you think.
Don't judge me. I literally had to Google and find out what 2D and 3D were, like the differences.
I can explain it. I can
um,
explain it if you need me to.
No, I got it. So yeah, probably the 2D where it's just like the back and forth, like I don't mind Soul Calibur. It just, I don't know, the constant spinning of the camera and stuff is just, I don't know, too like woozy, I guess, for me. I like to have like the flat like back and forth stuff. I mean, the new Street Fighter V, for example, looks like it has a 3D effect because it's just like really well animated and it takes you out of the picture often if you get hit against the wall. So that's kind of nice. But I mean, like I do like the stableness.
Yes, you don't have to like manage as many things. It's not as like you can be strategic in different ways when it's 2D and when it's 3D. Yeah, absolutely.
Or like when Mortal Kombat introduced, when you get hit into the wall, the stage completely changes, kind of thing. That's fun. I like that, but it doesn't completely change the aspect of the game.
Absolutely.
I think for me, I prefer 3D.
Yeah.
Tell us more, Ladasha. Tell us more. Why?
I like the 3D because kind of like what Throna said, I really like when you can do the transition into a different scene of that arena that you're in. And I really like the effects that it brings on, and you can see the body. You can see the details, everything. But I do appreciate a good 2D game.
Absolutely.
Same. I appreciate the 2D games, but some of the 3D ones, I definitely like how dynamic they can be. To throw it back to a game like Pokken Tournament, I kind of like how there's the direct, I think they called it dual phase, and then when you do like a critical hit, it changes to the full arena, and it's very similar to how they do Jump Force. And I actually kind of like that you have to keep in mind that there are certain moves you can do that will change it up, and you have to switch up your strategy really fast. I like being able to think on my feet.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many strategies with fighting games. So many.
Yeah.
Did anyone else want to say anything about 2D and 3D? Aphasia, what do you prefer?
Yeah, okay, it's weird because like I feel like it really depends on where my entry into that series is. So like there's a Mortal Kombat and we're like in Mortal Kombat 4 when they had like the 3D stage
Yep.
and I was like, this is not it.
4
This is
and
not what I
gold.
want. It was because it's like I'm used to like the back and forth. But then going to like Tekken, I was like, I get the mechanics here of that. But then like my mind always comes back to like my first like the fighting game I really put like the most hours in, like very very young, was Dragon Ball Z Budokai on the PS2,
Oh,
and how
Pop
that
off,
game just
queen.
like
I rented that for
Just-
2 weeks.
that game just changed because I was a huge Dragon Ball Z nerd. I was like, hell yeah, let's do this, and I was like, I'm going to learn because I think that's my first like arena fighting game, like the 3D plane. I was like, this is weird to me. What's going on? And so I made sure that I mastered what I did and that I beat everybody at it. And like I got so good, I was like playing as Hercule. That he's so bad in the game. He's like the Dan
Yeah.
of the game, and I would just destroy people with him. I was like, let's go, sis. Who's next? So like
Hell yeah.
that sense, yes. But like I think at this point in my life, because I'm getting old, my reaction time is getting very old. I think I like the 2D like plane fighters kind of like that more. I've been playing a lot more Kombat, and my friend's trying to get me into what the hell just
Guilty
came
Gear?
out? Guilty Gear. Trying to get me to
Oh,
Guilty
it's
Gear.
beautiful.
So I'm playing that with him, and I'm just like all these fierce. Like also just like well, just a little side note, just like really got me into like everything is like seeing fierce people of color in these fighting games and actually being
Absolutely.
represented. So that's why I love Street Fighter so much.
If you have not
They're
seen
so
King
good.
of Fighters 15 just dropped a new character called Dolores. She's
She is
eating. She's eating.
She is Bayonetta's sister. I don't care what anyone says.
Bitch,
They
she-
are.
yeah.
She's fierce.
And she's
And
the
I was like,
Earthbender. She's a sickening.
She's
really
so
sickening.
hot,
Yeah.
and she's like, I read books, bitch, and I've died. And I was like, please.
Fierce. I love King of Fighters as well. So much.
It has the most drip. I feel like the outfits in King of Fighters
It's
is
so
chef's
hot.
kiss.
And
And
they
they
all-
just released On Hell recently too. I think the newest character she came out. I think something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, she's hot. She has great tits. So,
And that's very important to us. Very, very important to us.
yeah.
Yep.
I want to know, does a story matter to you in a fighting game? Because me personally, it's like, I just want the gameplay to be cute and fun. The story could be anything, but that's just my perspective. Is the story important to you to like fall into and enjoy a fighting game? I see you sort of like wanting to tell us, Aurora. Tell us. Hi, Stream Queens Con 2. So sorry. A few technical difficulties, but we're back. We're here. We're queer. We're talking fighting games at Flawless Victory. We're going to go straight to Aurora Rize, who is telling us what do fighting game stories matter? Are they important to you? Does it cause you to play the game? Tell us.
I don't think the stories are 100% necessary, but I do enjoy learning the lore of the game and how certain characters connect to one another, such as like how Yoshimitsu and Kunimitsu have this rivalry over the sword, Xiao Yu having this crush on Jin Kazama and just doing whatever for him, and even Yoshimitsu and then Brian Fury. I just love seeing how it all connects and why these people are the way they are.
Absolutely. Anyone else? Is a fighting game story important?
I think the story is really important. It makes what a franchise is today. Street Fighter is the exception. Street Fighter story has not changed since 2. It's convoluted as hell. I hope Street Fighter 6 is a complete retcon and just start over from scratch, or make it interesting. Make Sakura flippin' evil and make her obsessed with Akuma now. Like, give me something different, Street Fighter. But with like games like Soul Calibur is a little weird, but definitely Tekken. Tekken has a great story mode, and Mortal Kombat story mode, especially for the past like 3 titles, has been chef's kiss. It's just been love letters to the franchise. I don't know why they don't just make the story mode a movie. They kind of fucked up that with that last movie. But
who's Cole?
I just think, like,
who is Cole?
Cole has literal plot armor in the movie, and
they literally could have been they could have been DLC, and then they weren't. So I was like, why was this needed? But yeah, I just think that story does matter. Is it the main focus of why you pick up a fighting game? No, but it can actually flesh out characters and actually, make you fall in love with a character you didn't think you originally liked.
I think that's completely fair. What about you, Throna? Is the story important to you?
It depends on the game, to be honest. Like, I would say Street Fighter's story, completely out of mind. I'm too busy trying to practice my combos. Mortal Kombat, I find, has been pretty good with like the cutscenes and stuff. The ones that have like decent, well-made 3D cutscenes are great. The ones that have like the comic version with like the voiceovers, I'm not a big fan of. I like to be able to, like, I think I saw somebody talk about Johnny Cage in the chat, and I was like, yeah, that's totally true, because you can get the sense that Johnny Cage is an asshole, and you want to be engaged in why you want to fight him, kind of thing, right? So
I still want to
agree with
blow
that.
him. I feel bad.
Johnny in 10 and 11 it's really hot, and he really came into his own because he's like, oh, I have a kid now, so I guess let me not be a complete jack off, but like, I would like to jack him off, whatever. That's beside the point.
T. Well, that's T. Who plays with a fight stick? I don't play with a fight stick, and people look at me a little bit weird. Who loves a fight stick? Who swears by it?
I tried one. I bought one for $200. It had the Street Fighter, like, whatever, designs on it and everything. And, like, that's the one with, like, the stick over here and, like, the buttons over here, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's a fight stick.
Yeah.
It's like an arcade machine.
So I had one, and I desperately tried to get good at it, but I couldn't. Like, it was impossible. And so I constantly were like, I was, like I said, the top 500 Chun-Li's. I tried the fight stick, couldn't do it. So I had to go back to the Xbox controller.
There's a learning curve. There's a huge learning curve.
My answer is I was a couple seconds ago years old when I found out what it was, because bitch held it up. So there's my answer.
Oh, bitch, hold it up. Show us. So bitch is answering the question with a visual. Beautiful.
This is an arcade stick to resemble
They're
what it's like
expensive,
to
too.
go to arcade sticks. This one's really great because it opens up. It's completely customizable. You can like do what the fuck you want with it. I'm having trouble opening up with holding it up. But it opens up and you can like change the buttons and the layout and stuff. For me, it depends on the game. Like Tekken, I will always play pad. I can't play on stick, but I prefer pad. Street Fighter 4, I have to play on the stick because that's where I spent most of my hours doing. Because when Street Fighter 4 came out, everyone was like, you have to get a stick. And I was like, okay. And I learned, and I play really weird. Most people hold a stick like this. Like, they hold it like this. I use the top of my thumb. It's very weird. When I go to tournaments, people are like, what the fuck? There's a legendary player who plays he's left-handed, so he plays cross-handed like this. which is kind of cool.
Oh.
So there's like different ways to play. But yeah, one of the best fighting game players in the world, Sonic Fox, plays on pad. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how you beat someone up. It's just whatever feels more comfortable to you.
Whoever gets you to the win.
Yeah.
That part.
I will cover my thumbs and calluses with a pad.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
actually a new thing that's really popular called a hitbox, where it's just all buttons. So it's combining what a keyboard gives you with like the inputs of like just hitting up, down, left, right, but kind of spacing it out like this on the keyboard. So it's just all buttons. So the right side is like the you're fighting your like inputs, and then this is like actually your directional inputs. So
Is it like a all directions kind of situation? Like
no,
a
it's
square?
just it's all buttons. So it's like like these 5 buttons over here, and then there's like up, down, left, right, and start. But it's like all
Wow.
up here, so it's like
Ah.
that. And that's like kind of the most preferred way to play. That way you have no, like if you fuck up the input, it's on you, because you
Mhm.
literally hit down, left, right to do like whatever, Shoryuken or whatever.
It's more precise.
Yeah.
It's like than a
Yeah.
stick, because I don't prefer
Yeah.
a stick because I feel like I'm flopping around. I don't know what I'm
What-
doing with a stick.
Mhm.
I can't handle
What-
her.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that hitbox, people play Smash with it, which blows my fucking mind. I don't know how they
Oh,
play
wow.
Smash Brothers with it, but some of the top players play with a hitbox. It's really crazy.
That is interesting because you have to hold directions with that one.
Yeah.
So like a
Mm.
stick, it's easier to hold a direction,
Oh yeah,
I would think.
yeah.
Well, speaking of Smash Bros, how do you feel about arena fighters? Because we've been talking about like one-on-ones, or like Marvel vs. Capcom was mentioned a little bit, how it's like tag teams. But how do you feel about like group fighters, like the Smash Bros and stuff like that? Do you like them just as much as the other ones, or are they just not for you?
I think it's like a novelty. I don't know. It's not a novelty because, like, of course, like Smash Fighters. I think of all like fighting game communities, Smash pros or Smash players are the most outspoken and wild about their game, because good God Almighty, if we talk anything ill about Melee, you're like, it's whatever. It's crazy. But
They also in the past have
um,
shown to be one of the most problematic communities. But I would also say that
100%.
I would say that Skullgirls is also like one of those communities where it's like die hard, right? Like they just love everything.
Very passionate. Very,
I
very
love
passionate.
Squirrels, though.
And in those games, in arena games, they rely a lot on items, and so
Not
sometimes
necessarily.
well,
not
there
necessarily.
are the ones where it's like the final destination, like we're turning off the items, right? But
So,
sometimes
yeah.
you
Fun.
rely on the items. So do you like items? Do you hate items?
See,
So fun.
I like them.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like
I
them.
was gonna say-
I actually just played Super Smash recently where there was no items, and I was just so bored out of my mind. And I was like, okay, guys, I gotta go. I've got some food cooking at home.
It does.
I was so bored.
It does take away some of the dynamic, which can sometimes make some of the matches very, very special. What were you
Yeah.
gonna add, Aurora?
I was gonna say, as far as Smash Bros goes, the first time I played actually was with a friend on the Wii, and because we were both Pokemon nerds, what he did was he set it so the only items that would pop up were Pokeballs and Master Balls,
Oh,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't even throw any punches at each other. Just throw
I
the ball, and
love
whatever
the
comes
Pokemon
out, you got to
battles in
deal with it. And if
Pokemon,
it knocks you out, it
yes.
knocks you out. Sometimes I like to play that way with friends just to see how it goes. But another arena game that had a lot of items that made it a little more fun and occasionally whimsical that I liked was Power Stone 2.
Ugh.
Because while you're going through the level, something could pop up like an umbrella that'll slow your descent and you can still hit somebody with it, or a skateboard that you can get through that level faster and also hit someone. And then
Mhm.
there's like the food items that heal you and things like that.
Speaking my language, I love Power Stone. I love, love, love Power Stone. And I feel like Power Stone, Smash Bros, games like those, they sort of have a weirder, I mean, I would say fighting games in general have like a weirdness to them, like a mystery to them, because they're the only games like them. There's no other genre that's quite like them. What are the weirdest, most different and out there fighting games y'all have ever played?
I just discovered a new one called Shrek I'm a huge fan of Shrek. I have a Fiona emoji. I don't know if y'all know this, but Shrek Super Slam. Shrek Super
I remember that
Slam
game. I
is
remember that.
actually a huge community for it. There's online tournaments for like thousands of dollars. It's competitive and it's kind of like Power Stone in the sense that like you don't necessarily win by a health bar. You have to like score a basket or like kill a character like in a basket and or something like that. And it's like there's this whole fucking community for it, and it literally blows my mind. On it's kind of started as a meme, and then people took it seriously, and then like this whole strategies behind it. So that is like really, really flippin' niche as hell.
Wow, I'm blown away.
I can only think of like 2 fighting games that are like weird to me. The first one, just because it's just so out there, is Sonic the Fighters.
That's what I was
haven't-
thinking of.
I haven't played that
With the
one,
car.
but I've seen gameplay of it, and it just looks wonky. But then the other one I have yet to play, but I want to. It's called Bloody Roar. And
Oh, it's my favorite.
I love Bloody Roar.
My favorite.
Love
I have
it.
not played that yet, and I want to because I'm like, bitch, I'm a furry,
You need
so
to
I
play,
want
you
to
furry.
play.
Give us the fuzzy fighters. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give us the fuzzy fighters. Yes.
I'm
I-
waiting for bitch to what?
I'm just trying to find the damn
This is
game.
just like
I have
all
I have Bloody
the-
Roar 3 around here somewhere, but I don't know where I put it because I
Bloody
cleaned
Roar
up for
is so
Thanksgiving.
fun.
Jenny the Bat is my
Um,
favorite from Bloody Roar. The blonde girl, she turns into a bat.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The
Stunning.
very first game had actually like a trans character.
Yeah,
a
Fox.
character. Was,
Yes.
yeah, it was really awesome.
And Fox actually
That
turned
game
into
said,
Jenny.
We will unlock a
Reused
new
the
kink for you, transformation.
Yes.
boom. I love
Very
that.
Oh my God. I don't know if anyone's heard, it's a pun in itself. I'm about to say anyone's heard of this game, but it's Them Fighting Herds.
Oh, they're
It's
really
a-
cool.
Yeah, it's like a My Little Pony like inspired type fighting game.
Well,
If
they
you don't
were
know what
trying
I'm
to make
talking
a My
about,
Little Pony. They were trying to make a My Little Pony fighting game,
Yes.
and they were like developing it, and then Hasbro was like, "Ha, you don't have the rights to this," so they
they don't
stopped
have
it.
the rights.
And then
Damn.
the creator was like, "Yo, I got you," and then they did all the animation for the characters.
It's okay. It sounds ridiculous, but this is like some of the tightest combos in fighting game, like indie fighting game I've seen in it, like since like Skullgirls, basically.
Yeah.
Please, if you can find, I think it's on Steam or something like that.
It is on Steam, and the
Fighting
online for it is
Herds.
really good. Like, they
It's
have really
so
good.
good. The
Yeah.
online, it's so good. It's so fierce. It's so cute. There's this really cute like. So there's not just like ponies. There's like reindeer. There's like cows. There's horses, and then there's like this like dragon, and she is my favorite.
She's
She is
shady.
so I love her. So Them Fighting Herds. It's wild, but go play it if you can. It's so.
I
cute.
can't get past the name. I love
It's
the name.
right.
Them
It's so
Fighting
fun.
Herds,
I am blown away. Like we're talking about Shrek fighting game. We're talking about My Little Pony fighting game. I mean, what?
You
I
don't
just
know what to say.
I don't know. I'm just sort of shocked and shook. But that does sort of lead into another idea. So like, what do you think should have a fighting game? Like, what needs to be a fighting game that hasn't been done yet?
Stream Queen's a fighting game.
Street Queen's fighting.
Street Queen's fighting
I mean,
game.
Therona was already fighting me in the background.
I think I would like to see maybe like a Steven Universe fighting game.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be interesting.
Cute. I would love
They have
that.
a pretty limited cast of characters, but then again, I've seen fighting games with maybe 10 characters available.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So they can probably make it.
it could happen. Yeah.
I mean, they made a Soul Eater fighting game, which I'm pretty sure they only released it in Japan, which I'm still mad about because I
I
want
love
it.
Soul Eater.
But I would say Steven Universe. That's my answer.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it because there's so many characters. I've never watched it, but I see all the fan art and all the love for it, so that would make perfect sense. Throna, did you want to add?
Well, I mean, like, I was already beaten to the punch with the fact that my dream's going to come true, that I've been playing League of Legends for 11 years.
Right,
And they're coming out with a
right.
Legends fighting game. I've already seen some footage. There's some pretty good
They just
characters
did
in
a
there
huge
already.
press release for it. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
a huge. Did you see it?
2023.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
games that should have fighting games. Well, it was kind of a shock to me. I was like, what? League of Legends fighting game? Like that doesn't make sense to me. But then I was like, you know what? I'm willing to accept this because I am a fighting game individual. So like, I'm curious to see how they're gonna make it work.
It looks
I mean,
so
they're
good already.
They're
It's
raid
Echo
bodies,
looks
I mean,
wild.
So it's made by
it's like
this- yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, it's a tag team one. So you play with
Yeah.
2 characters and like
Nice.
tag team in and out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's made by Project. It's called Project L, and it's made by the 2 brothers that actually started Evo, which used to be Battle by the Bay. And Evo, for you who don't know, is like the world's largest fighting game tournament. PlayStation just acquired it, and it's made by the founders of that, and actually the creators of Rollback Netcode. So a lot of the new games that are coming out with like good online, they kind of invented that. So I know with like League of Legends and that and stuff, it's gonna be fire. Personally, I would love to see a drag queen fighting game, and lo and behold, there's one being made.
Someone's
right
making
now.
one.
If you
Mhm.
guys go to
Really?
Drag Her, let me double
Yeah,
check the
I believe it is
URL.
Drag Her. Yeah.
Dragher.game. You can go check out the Patreon and stuff. I've had the beta. I'm talking works, maybe possibly being a producer for the game. So please check that out. It's really, really flipping cool, and it's gonna feature a diverse cast of drag artists. And
You know what they should
it's
do?
That sounds so
it's
cool.
2D animation, and it's
You
really
know,
great.
you know what they should do? They should do the. You know how some games have the character customization? Because there's tons of drag queens in the world.
True.
Right.
So could you imagine like, oh, I'm not in this game and there's all these famous drag queens, but I want to be in it too. So I'll customize my own
I
little character.
think
That'd
that
be
would
so
be a
amazing.
great
Fierce.
Right now it's 2D. I'm trying to push them to possibly go into a 3D direction, specifically because we're drag artists and cosmetics is like
Yeah. And
like the skin of your favorite drag queen.
Mm.
Like you're gonna want to wear that outfit that you saw her in on.
Gotta get the whole body, girl. The body's
gotta
like
get
right
it.
and tight,
Yeah,
okay?
true.
Yeah.
Get the body, yada
So,
yada.
yeah, so that's it. But it's
Mhm.
called dragher.game if y'all want to check.
and it looks so cool. It looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
The
Um,
major question: Am I going to be able to play Bitch Puddin' in this game?
I don't know. You'll have to check it out. I don't know. We'll see.
Let's
I would-
see. Let's see.
Bring out the mop, bitch, please.
I was going to say you better have a mom.
You're
That's
super
a
edgy.
finisher.
Pull out
I'm
the
here to
mop.
mop up the competition.
Yes!
A mop.
That's your entrance line. Perfect, right there. We got it. Y'all get that over there? Okay, great. Perfect.
Are you
My
recording
fireball's
drag
wet-ass
her?
pussy.
Yeah, everyone's little entrance line onto the in the little arena is like their workroom entrance. Like,
Yes.
Meatball's the announcer of the game. So that's
Shut
really cool.
up. That's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
awesome.
Fucking meatball.
Yeah. That's really cool.
I love that. Well, I was so taken aback by the weird games that became fighting games that
Shrek.
Shrek and the Brony one, and I just wanted to mention, like, have any of y'all ever heard of a game called Balls with a Z?
No.
I have
No.
balls.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. So y'all have just got to look it up. It's from the Sega Genesis era, so like the mid 90s, and it was like one of the first 3D games, and it was just like it was 2D circles that were all like laid in a way where it made it look 3D. And all of the characters were like inferred because they're literally made of just like spheres, just making them up. So there was
Oh,
like a
yeah, I
ballerina
did see-
one,
yeah.
there was like a caveman one, I think there was a monkey, but like
Oh.
it's so obscure and strange. I just want y'all to go look that
yeah.
up because it's so
I
weird.
need to see a drag look of you inspired by that. I
By
wanna
the
see your
balls.
Yes.
It's the ball.
Speaking of another weird game, I need to ask you, our Aphasia. Do you remember the name of the game she was telling us about, where one of the fighters was literally a car?
Yeah, I think it was that weird.
I think it's the
a
Sonic one,
weird-
isn't it?
It's a Sega fighting game. Yeah, I think it's the Sonic one.
And it was the car from Daytona as well.
Yeah,
Tiger
because it was
car.
Sega. Because Sega produced it, so it had like weird guest characters from other franchises.
It was like the
pretty
Hudson
sure.
Hornet
Is
or
that
something.
like
Yeah.
is that like the
Hudson
Smash
Hornet.
Bros for Sega?
No, it was a 2D, 3D fight. It was like a 3D fighter. It looked like a
But you
little
played
lot
as
like
Sonic,
that, yeah.
and
Yeah,
It's
a
very
car.
Virtua Fighter style.
Yes.
Okay. I love
Fighters,
Virtua
Mega
Fighter.
Mix.
Thank you so
someone
much,
say?
Lucy Puppet. So cute.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay in phasic, but I'm disappearing.
Yeah, you're magical. You're so magical.
Same bestie, same bestie.
An icon and a legend.
So I have to ask, because Bitch Puddin mentioned the mop, is that a reference to the janitor character from Mace the Dark Age on N64?
I think you broke her.
Sorry. Yeah,
Ah,
first of
baby.
all, you're talking to a puppet, so that's on you.
Maybe no, I wouldn't put it past me. It was also inspired a lot of by like Conqueror's Bad Fur Day, like that kind of dirty.
Oh,
humor,
yes.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, but like that's a good. I didn't even think about that, but probably yeah, subconsciously yes.
I do gotta
Can we
say I
get
love
that?
Mace. I love Mace on the N64. That is such a deep cut.
I
So
love
good.
Can we get like a? Could we like a Rare's property like fighting game? We got like Conquer and then like Crystal from Star
They do make
Fox.
Killer
and, like,
Instinct.
they
make
do,
Uh-huh.
and they can
Uh-huh.
also make this. Like
And
I don't know,
Banjo and
Banjo
Kazooie.
Kazooie is already in Smash, but like, come on, think about
Could
it.
be
And like
in
the witch from Banjo Kazooie, she was also fierce.
Gruntilda. Oh
this
my
is
god.
a whole Rare. Come on,
This
give
is
us
getting a little off kilter, but I was honestly shocked and mortified when I did not see at the Xbox press conference that a brand new true platformer Banjo-Kazooie is coming back. Like I just thought that was going to be it. Rare was just kind of
It's-
like MIA.
Yeah,
which I
they're-
don't understand, but there's a new Perfect Dark game. From the
Yeah. I will
that,
say
very that.
that seems like a missed opportunity since Banjo and Kazooie were in Smash. I mean, Rare
Yeah.
has been missing, at least on my radar, and so like they got so much hype.
That's because
from
they
that.
just announced that, and it was right when like the new like next gen Xbox is coming out. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be it. They're about
Yeah.
to sweep, and
Yeah.
then I watched, and it was just a Fable trailer, and I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
While we're talking
Missed
about
opportunity.
like, games being remade, has anybody here ever heard of the game Marvel Rise of the Imperfects?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
That
can-
was sickening.
if you're out there, can we remake that? We're remaking everything else. That was my favorite game in the whole entire world. The whole like arena setup was so cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the way that the characters moved for what was it, a PlayStation 2 was like
Mhm.
so iconic for the PlayStation 2. They like need to remake that.
I love X-Men and I love Marvel and I love all of those things. And that does sort of have to do with what I want to ask next. I want to ask about guest characters or like characters from other properties. Like this isn't a crossover game, but they're suddenly plugging in a DLC character from something completely different. Therona,
Oh.
do you have any thoughts?
Hate it. I hate it.
You hate
I
it.
saw
You're a
Ken,
purist.
yeah. I saw Ken and Ryu in Smash Bros. Tried it out, hated it.
Mhm.
They just don't.
Did you
fit.
like though if you did it a Hadoken, it was a stronger move of the actual slide beamer version? Did you know that?
I think so. My friend was telling me about it, but I was too angry and focused on the fact that I couldn't like do my downside like thing. Like I couldn't.
Right.
Like, oh, just do the regular moves. They were telling me like, oh, just do the fighter moves you would normally do. So I was trying it, and it's like, oh, there are just simpler versions of that because it's a Super
Mhm.
Smash game.
Mhm.
So I was like, no.
Yeah, they're putting they're putting the characters into a new game and it's a different game than their own. So then it's
Mhm.
sort of different than how you want it to be
It-
because you're used
I'm
to
sure. I'm sure it can work for some games, but not like that didn't work for me.
them. Hmm.
Yeah,
specifically.
like in I think it was one of the first Soul Calibur games. They had Yoshimitsu and Heihachi as special characters, and then Ezio from Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed, which made
yeah.
so
Yeah.
little sense to me.
And they've had Link
And,
and
They had Link
yeah,
and
they
Yoda.
had Link, and then there was
Like-
like,
Yoda,
the
yeah.
Heihachi version
Yeah.
had
Darth Vader,
Okay.
Darth Vader,
But,
and
like-
Yoda.
Okay, but like I was gonna say though, like at least in those ones, like I had Soul Calibur on my my PlayStation, which had Heihachi in it, and then I was like, oh shit, Link is in the GameCube version, and so I got the GameCube version to play as Link, and I loved it. I was like, oh come on, this little Hylian twink over here just smashing on all these people. I loved Link being in there. Heihachi, I was like, I can go play you in Tekken, that's fucking fine, whatever. But like, I don't know, I think in like that specific one, I adored and loved because I was like, yes, this is so fierce. And also, fuck Sonya. No, what's her name? Oh my god, the one of the sisters. Oh my god,
Cassandra,
The one with the
Sophia.
Sophia.
Sophitia. Fuck that bitch. Oh my god, I hate her so much. She's fierce, but she's ugly, and I hate her. Anyways, I'm done.
She has a
I'm
weird
sorry,
braid.
Peter is worse than Sophia.
She.
It's that move where she's like, "Wah, wah."
Yeah, I'm just like, I hate you, and your skirt's ugly anyway.
Yeah.
Not the skirt being ugly.
It's atrocious.
She doesn't have as strong cosmetics as other people. It's true.
No.
It's true. Well,
Yeah.
Tekken 7's been a lawless wasteland of guest characters.
Oh yeah. They're like they just
Noctis.
and the Walking Dead, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, again.
Very very
I love
strong.
crossovers. Or like the DLCs with like I guess you could say like crossover characters. Like
Yeah.
how Mortal Kombat has like they had Jason, they had Alien and Predator. I like
Yeah,
that. I
those are
think it's like a
fierce.
cool twist. But I
think
definitely think that they need to add more horror icons. Like let's throw a Freddy in there, let's throw a Scream in there.
Mm-hmm.
The Freddy's been playable.
Yeah, Freddy was
he
in
was. Ignore me.
MK9. That was the first
Yeah,
time I saw,
9. Mortal Kombat 9.
like a special character.
Right.
I love the special characters that they added in MK11 because I like how it had like an 80s theme
Yeah.
to it.
Oh yeah.
And then the special characters in Injustice 2 I thought were fun. I
Mhm.
heard a
The
rumor
Ninja
that
Turtles,
they were trying to
hello.
get,
So cool.
Buffy.
I
So
was
cool.
like, what?
I heard a rumor they're trying to get Buffy in Injustice 2.
I've been screaming for Buffy in any of these NetherRealm
DVD,
games
make it happen.
forever.
That's
But I don't
actually my
want Buffy to
next
die.
question, bitch. Are we ready for a new question? Anything else we want to add on
Yeah.
on that
Yeah,
note?
I
of guest
personally love
characters?
crossover characters. I think it's really interesting just to see another character in another place. It's really good. Also, PR for different franchises. Street Fighter, you fucked up. I don't like Luke. You should have had a character from King of Fighters. That was a fucked up move.
So true.
Last DLC character for 5 should have been a guest character, but
Mhm.
it's fine.
It is what it is.
So what's the next question? Is it
So-
DVD related?
It's just I was gonna say, what do you think? So we have
Rude.
actually, I was just gonna ask, do you want a Dead by Daylight fighting game? Would that be fun?
I mean, are we playing
Yeah.
as the survivors and
I
the
would be
killers?
very nervous on how
Maybe.
balanced that game would be.
It
I
wouldn't
would
be
just put that
balanced
out
at
there.
all.
Yeah,
I would
no,
want one
well,
because my Jane Romero needs revenge.
Yeah, she's gonna grab a knife and she's gonna grab a gun, the gunslinger gun. And she's gonna shoot some people.
Right.
now they're
we-
gonna pick up guns. Okay.
There's
Yeah,
already
yeah.
that bootleg horror game Terradrome with basically all those characters already.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, we only have a few more minutes left. I want to ask something like, so sometimes games inspire other games, like Sonic got a fighting game, Kirby's had a fighting game, but what about when it's flipped? What about like Dead or Alive has Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, and Tekken had Death by Degrees. Like what game needs to go into some other foray, other genre? Is that Dead or Alive?
It's beach volleyball, yeah. I bought it. I bought the third one to stream it because I think it's really
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
Because it's gonna be rough.
Wait,
That's-
what's the last part of that question? I got distracted by it.
It's like what game series of fighting games needs a new genre game, like Street Fighter dance party game, or what would you want to see a fighting game delve into? Something different.
I would
like-
just like Konami to get off its ass and let people make a new Bloody Roar. That's what I want. Okay.
We don't
Okay,
even
Konami.
need a new genre game. We just need
I
a
just needed to come
sequel.
back.
We just need a
That's what-
sequel.
That's the hill I will die on, and that's the answer I will give for this answer. It's not an answer for you, but it's an answer for the universe.
Perfect. Well,
So you mean
we-
like take one of the fighting games and maybe make it like an open world
Yeah.
sort
They
of
did
thing
do that.
versus
Yes.
just a fighting one?
Soul Calibur had that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Guilty Gear
It
tried it
wasn't
too.
great.
And doesn't Dragon Ball Z, isn't there a new one like that where it's like open world where you can fly around?
Yeah,
That sounds
it's,
fun.
It's like the fighting game, but it's like you like do
I'm
other
going
things.
to have
If anyone knows Dragon Ball Z at all, like you go help Goku get his fucking driver's license, which is an iconic episode.
How funny.
It's so dumb. Like yeah, so like they have dipped into like that area of branching out from like this the core fighting game. One of my favorites like branch off games is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Yeah, they need to do that again.
They need to make it because it was a co-op. It was like side scroller, like 3D almost. And me and my brother would just play the shit out of that game. And I was like, "Where is the sequel, sis?" I know there was a sequel, but it was bad. And then I was like, they just kept to their fighting game roots. And I was like, "This is cute and all, but like, y'all can do this universe is so vast. You can do so much more with Mortal Kombat, because I was like, okay, I want to see people, like, I would love to see some cameos and people like that big time jump between 9 and 10, like I want to see these people like living their lives. I want to see like what happened, like all the things that they said happened. I want to like these people's past and how they like. I'm a lore whore. If you say this thing has some great lore, I'm like, bet, let's get into it. Like I do not play League of Legends at all, but after watching Arcane, I was like, let's get into the lore, sis, because I need to know what's going on.
Give me more.
So,
give me more.
Give me more. Like I just need to know what's going on with people's like backstory and their their lives. It's like, how do we get to this point? Why are we destroying people with like this fierce like 7-inch stiletto? So
absolutely. Well, I've had so much fun here with y'all. That's our time. That's all we got. I mean, we could go for hours and hours and hours on fighting games, and I want to thank all of you so much for being here at Stream Queens Con 2 on Flawless Victory, the fighting game panel. I'm gonna go down the line, and I want you to just tell me the game that you want to come out as a sequel really quick and where to find you. So Aphasia Speaks, tell me what game you're waiting for and where can we find you.
I'm actually waiting for Project L, like Throna. That's so interesting, and I think the mechanics look so sick, and I just can't wait for it. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Yes. And where can we find you? What's your channel?
Twitch.tv/Aphasia Speaks. The speakeasy is open. It's closed right now, but it'll be open soon.
Thank you so much. Aurora?
I want them to either do a remake or a sequel of the Let's Get Ready to Rumble games from the Dreamcast.
Boom.
I haven't seen those in years. You can usually find me on the Shady Gaming channel, twitch.tv/Shady Gaming, gaming spelled with a Y. Other social media, just look for Aurora Rosé on pretty much anything.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Bitch Puddin'.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bitch Puddin', creator of Digital Drag Show, and you can find me at twitch.tv/BIQTCHPUDDIN. Mondays I stream fighting games. So if you guys love this panel, please come on over. I'd love to have y'all too. It's really casual. We just go and play games and talk shit. One game I want a sequel from is Bushido Blade. I think Square Enix needs to bring that franchise back.
Ooh,
I think that's a missed opportunity. And also for those who are listening in the LA area, next Friday is Bitchin', which I also stream here on Twitch. And we're actually I'm running my first tournament. It's an open tournament for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with a base prize pool of $300, $5 entry fee. So more contestants, more money. And we will actually be streaming the final round on Twitch as well, right before our second half of the show. And our headliner this week is Sigourney Beaver from Dragula Season 5.
Yes!
Perfect. Thank you, bitch. Ms. Ladasha.
Hi. I would love to see Marvel Rise of the Imperfects 2. That would be iconic. And you can come follow me at twitch.tv, Ms_Ladasha. Come join the Baddie Brigade. And that's where you can find me everywhere else, Ms. Ladasha.
Thank you so much. And Throna Shade.
Hello, you can follow me at Throna Shade pretty much everywhere. Throna Shade on Twitch. I play League of Legends and all sorts of different story games. And that X-Men game from the GameCube, I'm not sure what the title name was of that one, but the fighting game with the X-Men. I remember being Phoenix all the time, and that needs to be a thing again.
Bring us X-Men just in general. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. This was Flawless Victory. I'm Deer, and you can follow me at twitch.tv/Deer, and Visibility Women in the Drag Scene is coming up next. Love y'all. Happy Stream Queens Con 2.
I'm walking away from this fight.
Fear.